All right, we good, brother. All right. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Bahashem, Bahashem. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of geometry, rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners that have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai. You know, well, we're gonna get into the night, all right, with GMS Mississippi, GMS Memphis, you know, and what we're gonna go into is dealing with the spiritual temple, you know, because you have, you know, the madness of the church doctrine and, you know, these so-called, you know, Jews over in our land, you know, speaking of an actual third temple, you know. But that's not biblical. There will not be a physical, you know, third temple that's built. You know, it's a spiritual temple, you know, and it's with the Lord's people, you know, not some building, you know, in the ran down, you know, Jerusalem, you know, of this time. No, it's talking about our people scattered, you know, but they will be brought together, you know, gathered by this word, and that's how the Lord will build, you know, this third temple. You see, in Yahweh Shai, you know, when he came on the scene, he was speaking of spiritual things, and it was going over the heads, you know, of the Pharisees, the scribes and Pharisees at that time, you know, because they were so tedious within the law, you know, and so technical in the law, all right, but they couldn't see the spiritual aspect, you know, of what the scriptures were saying. And Yahweh Shah brought the spirituality, you know, to all the precepts. You know, that's why you had to have, you know, that spirit of Yahweh Shah within you to understand, all right, what the scriptures is really saying. You know, without it, you know, it's gonna be a stumbling block, you know, which you will get into it. So let's get that in John, Bible Shah.
It's the book of John, chapter 2, verse 19. Yep. Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
Yep. And that temple, all right, I mean, who he was speaking to the scribes and Pharisees, you know, and then Yahweh Shah, you know, well, it's going to break itself down. But go ahead.
Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building.
Yeah, and they was talking about the second temple, you know, that was built under Joshua and Zerubbabel, and that second temple was still intact during the time of the Romans, you know, because you had the Medo-Persian Empire when, you know, Cyrus put out the decree to let us go and build that second temple, and that's how long it took, 42 years, you know, and under the Greeks it was defiled, but then it was rededicated, and that's where you get the Feast of Dedication, all right, which is Kanach in the Hebrew, you know, which is the same word Enoch. You know, you go back to the story of Enoch, but it means dedication. So that's where you get the dedication. There was that same temple, you know, and Yahweh Shai celebrated that. Matter of fact, I now get St. John chapter 10.
20.
20 and 21. It's 22. Yep. Yeah, St. John 10 and 22.
Consulaki. The John 10, 22.
Yep.
And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, and it was winter.
Yep. Go ahead.
It said, and Yahweh Shah walk in the temple and Solomon porch.
Yep. So that temple was still intact. You know, it was the feast of dedication. So that second temple was still intact. So Pharisees thought he was talking about that temple, that he was going to, you know, do a demolition on that one, you know, and put the stones and bricks back together. You see, they were being simple. you know, but it's going to go into it. So go back to read that in St. John 2, start at 19, and we'll read on all the way through 21. Go ahead.
Back in John 2 and 19, Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou tear it up in 3 days? But he spake of the temple of his body.
He spake of the temple of his body. All right. In those 3 days he was speaking of, all right, you had the 3 days, you know, when he was crucified and he was resurrected, you know, and he was resurrected in that glorified body. But then you have the body, which is the church, you see, and we're going to deal with that aspect because that's us today. Now, when you get 3 years, when you get 3 days, if a brother get Kodar, get 1 Peter
2 and 5.
Is it 1 Peter 3? Might be 2 Peter. Yep, 2 Peter. Get 2 Peter 3 and 8, bro. And then we're gonna get that Hosea.
2 Peter 3 and 8. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that
all. Hold on, bro. Yeah. Hey, get that for me, Zahab, that 1 Peter
1 Peter 3 and 8.
Yeah, 2 Peter 3 and
8. All right, 2 Peter 3 and 8 says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
So the days that Yahushua was speaking of overall, you know, he was speaking of thousands of years, you know, and we in that third day now. So when you go to Hosea 6, you can go ahead and get that Hosea 6 and 1, bro.
All right, this is Hosea 6 and 1. It says, come and let us return unto the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, for he have torn and he will heal us. He has smitten and he will bind us up.
Yeah, so the Lord torn and he will heal us. All right. Just like the Romans, all right, they physically tore down, all right, the second temple. You see? Then guess what? Those same people, them Edomites, they tore us down, you know. But now the Lord is finna rebuild, you know, that temple. He's finna rebuild the people. You see, we gonna be the temple. All right. So keep read on, bro.
All right. Verse 2, it says, after 2 days will he revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight.
So in the third day, he will raise us up, and we will live in his sight. All right. So when Yahushua was crucified, you know, that was going back, you know, what they say 4 AD, you know, however they call it. You know, you got scholars that argue, you know, exactly when, you know, he was crucified, going back to 33, 36 AD. He was born, they say, in 4 AD, you know. But if you go back, that was day 1 when he was crucified, you know, 1,000 years later. And then what happened? You had us coming to power, Esau go down, and then Esau took us out of power. That happened within the second day. All right. And then that third day, that's when the Lord, you know, really put his spirit in the earth to start rebuilding this temple. And it started, you know, with Elder Albert Bivens, you know, King Masha, High Priest Ariah, you know, High Priest Jaquab, you know, the apostles and elders of today, you know, they started, but then it just magnified, you know, especially, you know, after 2000, and especially after the apostles got on YouTube. That's when the Spirit of the Lord just started flooding the earth, and the temple started coming together, you know. So it said after 2 days he will revive us. So this is us being revived, you know, in this time, you know, and we make up that third temple. We're their body, you know. You had something, bro?
Yeah, I had something quick.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
This Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life for the Most High entered into them. And
after 3 days and a half, you know, going back to prophetic time. You see, those 3 days is 300 years, and then that half is 50. So 350, because it starts from when the bulk of Judah was brought over here with the northern kingdom. You see, when all tribes, you know, because the scripture talk about how, you know, he will bring Judah to his people. You know, speaking of the transatlantic slave trade, when the bulk of, you know, of the southern kingdom was brought over here to the western hemisphere. You see, so like you go plug with the laptop.
I'm gonna go and finish it.
You got it, bro.
It's and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yep. So that's what they see now, you know, and that day is day, all right, that is speaking of is mainly the elites, you know. That's why you see the elites fast forward their New World Order plan, you know, because Joe Sixpack don't know what's going on. All right. Who else know what's going on? Who's like the scriptures say, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities. You see, the elites deal with these principalities, these demons. So they know on the right-hand side that, hey, it's something happening in the earth, you know, and they see it. You see, they see us on our feet, you know, because us not knowing who we are, not understanding the scriptures, you know, not repenting, we're in a dead state. It's like we're dead because we're powerless, you know, but us repenting, coming back to who we are, knowing the names of our power, all right, teaching this word, that's us in the lively state, you know, like them lively stones, you see. So now we see, all right, that the rulers of this world, this system, you know, stand in fear, and that's why they pushing, you know, because even with this whole impeachment thing with Trump, you see, they dragging this out, you know, because they want to emphasize on this domestic terrorism, so they can lump who within it. Because you gotta think about it, like, you know, like the apostle was saying, how, you know, Trump could have been Nero. Well, you remember, I was listening to the news today, and the news reporter was like, it was like Trump started a fire, and not only did he start it, but he went send the fire. He went send the fire department to put it out, talking about all them his Twitter rants, you know, that led to the so-called insurrection, you know. But that made me think of Nero when he started that fire in Rome and blamed the Christians, man, which were the Israelites that was following Yahushua during that time. You see, but it's spiritual, because, you know, Nero, he wasn't the emperor in 70 AD. You know, he had left before that. That was 66 it was 66 AD. You know, it was the emperor after him that really brought in the 70 AD. You know, so hey, we in that same position, man. But now we the temple, and now they mounting up. Now they want to put a siege around us, man. You know, and they doing it by what? Trying to clip the videos, you know, clip channels. You see, just like during the siege, all right, of Masada, you know, back then they actually siege, you know, the food from going in and out. So this is spiritual food right here. They trying to siege it, you know, from going out, man. And then they want to make their attack, man. you know. But a standard gonna be lifted this time, man. You see, brother had something else.
This Acts 15, starting at verse 14, it says, Simeon, which is Peter, hath declared how Yahweh power at the first did visit the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name. You know, which that's when Yahweh Shai came on the scene, which that was 2,000 years ago. When he came on the scene was what, the first day. All right. And then after he destroyed his temple, which was his body, you know, we fell away again. That's why I'd also say that day should not come unless there be a falling away first. So we all went and fell back into that Gentile state of mind. All right. So it says, and to this agree the words of the prophets, as it is written, after this I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up. You know, Woo. So that's the actual temple that's being built today. That's the time that we in, because when the year 1000 AD hit, that was the second day, and then when the year 2000 hit, that was the third day. So now we still in that third day. All right, and we in the time of the tabernacle of David, which is the actual temple, you know, being built back up. So when you're dealing with that tearing down, you know, when Yahweh Shai came on the scene, he built us back up, and as you know, he died and was resurrected. We had to simply basically go through that same process. You know, we had to lose who we were again, go through all that time of falling away, and then around the 1600s up until 1970. That's when Abba Bivens came on the scene, and that was the beginning of us being raised back up. I got one more. You go ahead.
No, you got your. So I'll get that that 1 Peter 2:5, and Yakanan. You get that Amos 9 and 11. But you got it, bro.
Okay, this is verse 17. It says that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called.
And that residue is another word for remnant. All right, with their remnant, it goes into the elect. So the elect are seeking who? Yahweh Shai, man. You know, it said, to Shiloh shall a gathering of the people be. You know, go ahead.
Yep, and it started with the Southern Kingdom. You know, coming over here to the Americas. You know, which you deal with in Revelation, where it say the third part of the stars. That was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You know, coming over here to the Americas. You know, because that's who it starts with, building up the temple with Judah. Just as Yahweh Shai, when he came on the scene, it started with him building up the temple. So it says, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, who doeth all these things. You know, which also let you know that name is very key, you know, into the being raised up, you know, because only the elect are going to be calling on his name, you know. That name is a part of the temple, man.
Yep. Hey, and it let you know, that those Gentiles talking about Israelites, because he said the Gentiles upon whom his name, he didn't put his name on no heathens, you know. I'm talking about Israelites, man, you know. Get that 1 Peter 2:5, bro.
Con. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High Yahweh by Yahweh Shai.
Yep. Hey, so the Lord said we are lively stones. you know, and these stones make up their temple. You know, each and every brother, you know, is a stone within their temple, you know, and you know, all right, how the Lord, you know, builds, you know, each temple, you know, each stone was different, you know, no stone was the same, you know, but they fitted together, you know. Matter of fact, because how we joined together by the doctrine. Get that real quick, Anna, 1 Corinthians 1:10.
So like this on 1 Corinthians 1:10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and the same judgment.
Yep. So then we jointly together by the same mind frame and the same judgment, the same doctrine. So that's how this building is united. All right. That's how these lively stones are united with the doctrine. And see, and now we are all able to be priests, you know, which Lord willing, we'll go into that during the next live screen, the new priesthood. But see, now, all right, with this spiritual temple, Yahweh Shai, you know, he opened up the veil for all the men of the elect to be priests, you know, because you got 3 or 4 different tribes on this live screen, you know, and we all able to offer up spiritual sacrifices, all right, that's acceptable through Yahweh Shai. You know, because now we are the temple. He made it convenient for us to serve him within this captivity, you know, because it would be very inconvenient if we had to have a physical temple, all right, off of actual animals, you know, that would be very inconvenient, but he made it convenient for us to offer up sacrifices in this time, all right, and it's spiritual, you know, everyone that's paying attention, you're offering up a sacrifice, man. You listening and learning, you sacrificing your time when you could be doing something else. You're bringing a sacrifice to this spiritual altar. You see, this is the actual temple. That's why, you know, hey, that's why the women are to learn in silence. You see, that's why you shouldn't be, you know, spitting foolishness on the comment board, because this is serious business going on. This is we're executing the duty of the priesthood, man. You know, and we the temple. You know, you got it, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this one to back you up. This on Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Shai, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is a reasonable service.
Yep. So we that living sacrifice now, man. You know, I'm gonna get this one from the brother real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You finna say something, Zah?
Yeah, I have a precept to back you up that about like all of Israel being the priests, but I'll get it after you grab Isaiah.
Okay, come. This is GMS in the Truth Orlando. It says, go through the gates, prepare ye the way of the people, cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up the standard for the people. Yeah, because those stones are lifting up their standard. You know, each brother, all right, is preaching the same thing and lifting up their same standard in the earth, man. You know, to our people. You see, now it's a standard. Now people have a standard to go by. You see? You got it, bro.
This is Exodus 19. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. But yeah, that's just going to back you up that, like, hey, the you know, it's not just the tribe of Levi, that's the priests now. It's, you know, the elect, you know, they're called into the ministry. Starting with that spiritual temple.
Come, brother. You get that for me, Yakana. The Amos.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. This is Amos 9 and 11. It says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen."
Yeah, so the Lord gonna raise up the tabernacle which is fallen. Going back to what you were saying, you know, Tazama, it had to be a great falling away first.
Mm-hmm.
You see, our minds were torn down, our spirits were torn down. You see, that's what had to be built back up. You know, go ahead.
It says, "And close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old."
And that's what we see happening, man. And that's talking about our minds. That's why our scripture tell you, seek ye the old past, man. You know, hey, you go back to the time of David. All right, David didn't play around with Edomites. You know, David wasn't trying to march for equality. You know, David wasn't no Christian. All right, he was a man out of the Most High's own heart, man. You know, and he conquered. Yeah, he was conquering heathens. All right, and he was doing it all in the name of Yahweh. And he loved the law. You see, so now, all right, we see. Now we're being built up in that same mind frame because we that same generation coming back. All right, the elect, you know, is the same generation, you know, that the Lord took into the promised land, going back during the time of Moses. You know, that generation that was raised up after the murder was killed off. You see, the elect, the same generation was around during the time of David, Solomon, that era. You see, the same people coming back. You know, and that's why Scripture say, "I'm gonna stir up your pure minds, man." Our pure minds have been stirred up, man. That's really a revival, man. You know. You had some talks about?
Yeah, I had the 2 Corinthians.
You got it, bro.
It's 2 Corinthians 5 and 1.
Yeah, and I now get that 2nd Ezra 2. I think it's 13.
2 Ezra 5 and 1. For we know that if our earthly house of the tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and a house not made with hand, eternal in the heavens.
And that's those heavenly tabernacles. Hey, because me and Yakanon were discussing it earlier. Now you do like when our spirit, you know, leave this body and goes to a spirit realm, it has a heavenly tabernacle. But see, we finna conquer death, you know. So we not gonna go. We're not gonna die in mortal flesh, and our spirit had to go to the spirit world and inhabit another tabernacle. No, that glory coming to the earth. You see, that's why the scriptures say let it be done in heaven as it is on earth. Let it done on earth as it is in heaven. You see, we finna get those tabernacles everlasting, man. You know.
Yep, that's why it says, "In my Father's house are many mansions." It's not necessarily speaking of physical buildings, you know. It's speaking of those immortal buildings, man. You know, those bodies that we're going to get, because ultimately the elect going to get those new bodies first. But you got to understand the heritage that we're going to have is going to be an immortal, everlasting heritage. So everyone that the elect gives birth to is going to inherit those mansions, those immortal, eternal mansions, man. You see?
Yep.
So you got it all.
I said it's also talking about you know, those other planets and galaxies as well, you know. Going to mansions, you know, it's going to the abode, you know, a dwelling, you know. So it's about those other galaxies, you know, as well. You see?
Which is why we're gonna need them. Which is why the the heritage of Israel is the reason why we're going to need those other abodes, physical abodes, because essentially the planet Earth is not going to be enough. You know, when you think about the 144,000 in the rest of the elect, you know, we having, let's say one shall become 1,000. You know, you look at the Earth now, and what is like 7.8 billion people on the Earth, and it's still not really fully inhabited. So how much? And then you talking about the man of death that's ruling now. How much more when the righteous dominion, you know, is set up on the earth, and we get those immortal bodies, and every you know seed that we every seed that we give birth to is going to be immortal as well. I mean, we never gonna die, so we're gonna have to have other planets and stuff to inhabit, man. You know, but it starts with us getting those new bodies.
Come on, yeah.
I got one more. Okay. I got one more. You got us. Let me give verse 2. It says, 2 Corinthians 5:2. For in this we groan earnestly, desiring to be clothed up with our house which is from heaven.
Yep. Hey, the creature, you know, desiring to be changed, man. You know, and then like the El Kazak put up, you know, the Father's house is the universe, you know. So when it's in the Father's house is many mansions, is many planets, man. You know, and this just one. It's really a multiverse. You know, this is just the one, you know, that we've been opened up to, you know, during this time, you know, because Esau is very limited, man. But see, what Esau wants, you know, when he's trying to tap into, you know, the H+ and you know, upgrading humans and nanotechnology, he wants to try to create his own heavenly tabernacle, man. You know, but he's far from it, man. He's trying to edit genes and trying to make you see like an eagle and smell like a hound dog and all this old crazy shit. Yeah, you know. Make you
like
man, crazy, man.
Like Apostle Rumlaw was saying in his live show today, you know, what Esau trying to do on the left-hand side is establish that new world order, which is going to be a new world order established through Yahweh Shah on the right-hand side. Yahweh Shah is the only one that's going to be able to set up the one world government on the earth. You know, he's the only one that's going to be able to do that through righteousness.
Get that second Ezra 2:11.
That's what I had.
That what you had? Okay, yeah, bring it out, bro. And then I know you that the second Samuel 7 and you started at 11. But you got it, bro.
Second Ezra 2 verse 11. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I had prepared for them.
Yep. So the Lord say, their glory shall I take unto me, which means what? All right, we're going to have the glory of the immortal. You see? Right now, we don't have that. You see? We got earthen vessels. Matter of fact, y'all can get 2 Corinthians 4 and 5 and before you get that Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 20, you know, showing you that 23. Glory. Yeah, showing you that glory that we had. So the Lord said He gonna take take our glory unto Him. We're gonna change to immortal. Most High immortal, you know. You got Anna.
You said Wisdom Solomon 4?
No, 2 23.
Okay, Slacky. This Wisdom Solomon 2 and 23. For the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity.
And this talking about Adam, all right, which was the son of God, all right, which is that chosen lineage, you know, which is the lineage that we are, you know. So the Lord made man to be immortal. All right, go ahead, read again, bro, from the top.
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 23. For the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own entity.
Yep. So the Lord made us to be a mortal image of his own eternity, man. So that's the glory that we finna go back to, man. You know? Let me get this real quick from the brother, and then you get what you got, Yakina. This is from El Kazak. Yahweh Shai is coming back. It says Isaiah 43:7. Even every one that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yeah, I have made him. Yeah, the Lord is going to show his glory through his people. You know, we're not going to have to, debate, all right, that we are the children of the Most High, that we are the sons of God. You know, it's going to be done away with, man. You know, because they see, like I said, even in these earthen vessels, you know, when they see particular athletes, you know, Michael Jackson and, you know, particular celebrities and, you know, entertainers, all right, they see, you know, that there's a difference between us and everyone else. But see, it's gonna be so exaggerated in the kingdom, you know, because we're going to be an extension of the glory of Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. It's going to be in righteousness, man. All right, because right now the majority of our people are defiled and corrupted in these earthen vessels, man. You know, it's gonna get that Yakinan, that 2 Corinthians.
You said 2 Corinthians 4 and 5.
Yep. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me make sure.
Hey, I got another one real quick too, Yash. After you get yours, Yakinan.
Come. Start at 6 and 7, bro.
All right. You said start at 6.
Yeah. 2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians 4 and verse 6. It says, "For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahweh Shai Mashiach."
Go ahead.
"But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us."
Yeah, so we have these treasures in earthen vessels, you know, because we got heavenly knowledge, but it's in the earthly vessel. You see? That's why people can't deal with the word straight up. You see, there's nothing on earth that can deal with this understanding that we got. You know? That's why they gotta be petty. That's why they gotta clip channels and, you know, give brothers strikes, and you can't speak in Hebrew, you can't pray, you know, you can't do nothing, you know, because it ain't no defense for it. Because this is not of us. This is from a whole another realm. You see? Esau not gonna have us on no debate. You know, he's not gonna go interview the apostles on CNN. No, because he knows that this word is from another realm. You know, but we have it in these vessels, so Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai gets the glory, man. It's not of us, man. There's no school because brothers didn't go to the same school, so can't no school get the glory. You see, you know. There wasn't no how to be a prophet pamphlet, you know. No, man. It was all put together through the spirit of Yahweh Shai actually built this temple. Yahweh Shai is actually building this third temple through the spirit, man. You know? And they can't, and they don't know how to come at it. See, they knew how to attack the physical temple because, you know, that cut off our daily sacrifice, man. You know, El Kazak gets, you know, deep into it, going into the daily sacrifice. You know, you go into Daniel 8th chapter, I believe the 11th chapter as well, you know, but going to that daily sacrifice. See, they knew how to cut that off, you know, burn the physical temple. You know, when the Babylonians was destroying the first temple, you had Esau saying, race it to the ground. You see, they knew how to cut those temples off, but see, they can't deal with this spiritual temple, man. You know?
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, I just want to back up the point, you know, of that glory being in the earthen tabernacle. And when you break it down, you know, what it really is this word, the understanding of this word, you know, what it equates to is immortality. How you gonna confound immortality? You can't. There ain't no man on the earth, Esau, Edom, no other nation has the knowledge of immortality. That comes from the heavens, you know. Matter of fact, when you go into I got two, just thinking of that. Can a brother grab Wisdom of Solomon? I believe it's 9 and 16. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yep. Matter of fact, yeah, you can start at 16 to point at 17, and then I got another one to back it up with. Yeah, because the true glory, the glory of the Heavenly Father through Yahweh Shem Yahushua is immortality, man, which we can receive, which we get through faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, because the ultimate victory, you know, salvation is over death, man. You know, nobody on the planet has the knowledge of that. That's why every time we go into these scriptures, you know, and we speak, you know, when these other denominations or other religions or whoever try to come up against it, it can't be confounded. You know, the Lord said he's going to give us what? A mouth that the adversary can't gainsay nor resist. So he really gave us, you know, the truth, the 100% truth, man. And that's what it is. Somebody got to have it. Somebody got to have the knowledge of immortality on this earth, you know, through the words and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, how we are to obtain it. But it ultimately starts with faith in Yahushua because he's already done it. You see? But when he said when he left, he said he was gonna send us something. So who got that Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 16 and 17?
I get it for you, bro. You said Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 9, 16 and 17.
All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9. All right, verse 16. And it says, and hardly do we guess aright at things that are upon earth, and with labor do we find the things that are before us, but the things that are in the heaven who have searched out.
Right. And that's what we ultimately have. The secrets, it said the secrets of the Most High belong to the prophets, you know, to his servants, the prophets. So somebody's got to have the knowledge, you know, of life, of how we're supposed to live, man. You see? And that's only at this time dealing with the elected nation of Israel. But the average individual can't receive this, man. You know, they still guessing. That's why I say Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for, but the election have obtained it. The knowledge of immortality, man. Go ahead.
All right, verse 17, and it says, and thy counsel who have known, except thou give wisdom and send thy Holy Spirit from above.
See, from above. So going into the different theological seminaries to try to get the understanding of the Bible, you're gonna fail every time. You know, dealing with man's wisdom, you're gonna fail every time. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it comes from above, from the Most High, which Yahweh said he was gonna send us what? The Comforter. So we not fazed by the things that these people on earth are fazed by anymore, man. You know, we look at the we got a whole new perspective on life. You know, it say then you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You see, so in essence, our minds, you know, we still in the chains of darkness, but our minds are free. See, it starts like you were saying, Yash, about the us being, when we fell away, our minds and our spirits was broke down, but now we raised back up. We got that quickening spirit, man. You know, but it's only so much of this knowledge that we're going to be able to retain in these earthen tabernacles. So let me get this, and then I'm gonna give it back to you. This Ecclesiasticus 17 and I'm gonna start at verse 28. It says, "Thanksgiving perished from the dead, and as from one that is not." It says, "The living and the sound in heart shall praise the Lord." So the living goes into the elect. You know, the sound in heart is talking about what? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's in the minds of the elect. It says, "How great is the loving kindness of the Lord Yahweh our power, and his compassion unto such as turn unto him in holiness." It says, "For all things cannot be in men, because the Son of Man is not immortal." So that's going into this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, it's only so much of it that we're going to be able to retain in these bodies, because these bodies, like I say, the flesh is the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know, and these bodies ultimately can't inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. That's why we got to be changed.
Yo, it say that in Wisdom Solomon. If you started like 15.
You got it out. You can bring it up.
Yeah, back in Wisdom Solomon 9, I'm gonna just start at 14. It said, "For the thoughts of mortal man are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weighted down the mind that mustered upon many things."
Yep. As he chains of darkness, you know, our appears refer to the flesh, you know, as chains of darkness because it restrains the spirit that's within us, man. You know, the new bodies, all right, those everlasting tabernacles are already prepared. They're going to unlock these spirits that's within us, man. You know, and that's why, you know, it's important, you know, just to understand what we are part of, man. You know, I say Jake, you know, they think it's a hangout, you know, they think like this is a frat club. No, man. This thing is very spiritual and it's real, man. It's realer, it's more real than what we see, like the scriptures say, man. You know, the things that we don't see are eternal. The things we do see is temporary, man. You see? There's a whole new way coming to the earth, man, and we're tapping into that. You see? So when you go into the temple, you got one, bro?
Yeah, I got that. I got it in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter. I'll get straight to the point.
No, you got it.
Okay, this is 1 Corinthians 15, and you want me to get like the whole, like, being changed?
What do you want to start there, bro? You
because I was just gonna go straight to the point and get 54, but
yeah, you get straight to the point.
Okay, come 1 Corinthians 15 and 54. So when this corruptible shall have put on.
Y'all. Start at 53, Baba Kushah.
Okay, come. Verse 53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
And this is what Esau trying to accomplish, you know, through technology on the left-hand side. You know, he want to say, death, where's your sting? You know, when it goes into him, you know, like I say, with his biohumanism, you know, his brain chip, he wants to control reincarnation, man. You know, this is what this man is trying to achieve in the earth, man. You know, you got Jake still talking about marching for justice and equality. You know, this man trying to tap into reincarnation, man. You think this nigga gonna stop, you know, trying to conquer death to give you some rights, man? This man's on a whole other wave, man. Jake don't understand what's going on. You know?
Okay. Hey, can I bring this up?
Yeah, you got it.
This 1 John 3, I'm gonna start at 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father had bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it do not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
Yeah, so just as he raised his body up in 3 actual days, he did the same thing with the rest of the elect, except it was in 3, spiritual days, was going to what, 1,000 years, man. You know, and we in that 3rd 1,000 year. You see?
Yep.
So that process he went through, we going through the same way to get back to that glory that he had. You know, that body that he had when he was resurrected. You know, we're going to have that same body, because remember, he materialized, where the disciple was at. So he materialized, but then he ate fish with them. He ate fish and honey with them, you know, showing that he had the glory of both worlds, you know, the celestial and the terrestrial. So that's what we coming into, man. That's what this thing, you know, was all about, you know, us being made perfect. You see, Yahweh was made perfect through chastisement, man. That last chastisement that the Most High put on them through the Romans, you know, that made him perfect. You see? So now, we're going through that same process, man. You know, we're a living sacrifice, you know. We had to spiritually die and then spiritually be resurrected, you know. Matter of fact, y'all can get that Colossians 3:1.
Can I bring this out real quick, Up?
You got it, bro.
Yeah, because going back to Zahab, and I believe that's 1 Corinthians 15 and 53 through 55, it said the mortal must put on immortality, you know, and that's not just any mortal. That's dealing with Israel, specifically elect, can only put on immortality. Now you'll say, well, how do you do that? What's immortality? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, he gave us immortality through his law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, even when you know, we was coming out of the land of Egypt, when Moses went up to receive the 10 commandments, you know, essentially what he was giving us was the
he received all of them, you know, all the commandments.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, Salaki, you know. Salaki, yeah, he received all the commandments, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments. But those laws, statutes, and commandments, you know, which essentially is this whole book, you know, and Yahweh Shai, all right, that was the gift, that was his love to us. That's why it says he had not dealt so with any other nation. That love was towards the nation of Israel, man, no other nation. So this is how you put on immortality. Okay, and this is the first part of it. This is Sirach 19 and 18. It says the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. Okay, so first you gotta come to the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, and you gotta fear him. In verse 19, it says the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is the doctrine of life, and they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. You know, so that's an understanding, that's a knowledge through his law, statutes, and commandments that only the nation of Israel can receive. It was only given to them, and only the elect on this side is going to obtain
it. Yeah, you can also get that in Hebrews 8 and 8 with the new. I mean, I got it. I'll get it. This is Hebrews 8. And I'll just start at 10. It says, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will
start at 6, bro. And you're going to read in 2. Because just to make a point about their fruit. And see, this is what Eve forsook for damn Nissan Altima. You know, one weed, you know, and wet willy, goddamn. This is what Eve forsook. Because remember the serpent said, because Eve told the serpent we can only eat of the fruit You know, speaking of the fruit that was given to Adam, that doctrine that was given to Adam. And Eve was like, this is the only fruit we can partake in, and that was paradise. Remember, he said he made man in his own image. All right, his eternal. You see, so she was around Adam, you know, in the godlike state, man. You know, but she seen this nigga. All right, she told him, shit, you know, you can
fake booty, fake
college
booty,
guy, yeah,
silicone asses,
yeah, AKA, you know, ski, that stupid ass shit they be doing. Yeah, that was she's paradise for, man. You know, you got it, bro. Yeah, start at 6 though, bro.
This is Hebrews 8:6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established on better promises.
Because you gotta go to the first covenant where Moses was a mediator. But see, we wasn't under the law of Moses. We was in this sinful flesh, you know. So we was doomed from the beginning. You see, we ain't stand a chance against the law in this flesh. You see, but now Yahweh Shai, he's preaching immortality, us being changed. You see, and that's that upgrade. So that's a better covenant. So now we will be equipped, you know, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. That way we can partake in the blessings eternally, man. You know, go ahead.
Verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second.
Go ahead.
For finding fault with them, he saith, behold.
With them. And he find fault with the covenant, because it's gonna be the same law, statutes, and commandments. It's gonna be with the same people as we gonna agree. I mean, finna get, but it was us in this state, in this condition. You see, that's why we fighting to overcome the flesh. That's why the biggest test when you go to the mark of the beast, all right, this Maxine, it's gonna be really, are we gonna overcome the flesh? Because the flesh, that's what's gonna want to take the Maxine and stay comfortable. Yep. The flesh gonna want to take the RFID chip and be comfortable. You see, it's the spirit that's gonna look past all this, you know, and that's why the ultimate test that's coming is gonna be that battle of the flesh versus the spirit. That's why it's a day-to-day battle right now. This, hey, it's all a rehearsal. Like, you know, we get tired of waiting, but hey, every day is a rehearsal, you know, until that day where we gotta forsake everything to go into this immortality, man. Like Yahweh Shai did, man. You know?
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is just training.
Yep.
Continuing on in verse 8, it says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
Yep, go ahead.
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord.
Now he's going to go into the new covenant. See, immortality is attached to this new covenant, you know, through Yahweh Shai, you know, because he made that covenant with Moses. We were still in this, because remember, we were still in that fallen state from the time of Adam. We were still suffering from what Adam had did, from what Eve, you know, the philosophy she brought to Adam. Man was still suffering from that, you know. We haven't shook from that yet. You see, go ahead, because even in Sirach, it speaks about how the seed of corruption was planted back in the garden, but the destruction wasn't time yet. See, now we're in the time of the destruction of evil and the perfection of righteousness, man. You know, go ahead.
Right. That's right.
I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts.
Yep.
And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
And that's the new covenant. It's the bodies that we have is going to be programmed to be righteous, man. You know, all the members in our body will be programmed to be completely righteous, man. That's the new covenant, you know? Go ahead.
And can I add too, Yash?
You got it, bro.
You know, like the scriptures say, the renewing of our mind, you know, we're practicing and rehearsing, but we can't get it perfect. You know, we still gotta miss shots. We still, you know, we forget things. These bodies are weak, you know, because essentially what we doing when we read and studying every day, and we eating this whole roll, you know, we storing up these treasures in our mind, you know, but these bodies, they can't hold it, man. They can't hold it, because you got to look at the realm around us, dealing with Esau, Edom, and his wickedness. Shit, our bodies want to latch on to that shit, you know. Every time you look around, it's some sort of wickedness, and it's just constantly increasing in the earth, man. You know, we have to take over. We have to be changed, and we have to take over, so that standard of righteousness is what's in the earth, man.
Come on, bro. Come on. You guys are.
Come on. Verse 11. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest.
Come on. And that's going to what? All our people being righteous, fulfilling their scripture in Isaiah. You know, that's why, you know, Jake, you know, the nigger woman that died now, all right, they're going to come back in a righteous state through the loins of the elect. You know, we're not going to be explaining multiple women in the kingdom, all right? Wives ain't going to be fighting. No, they're going to be programmed to be perfect. Ain't going to be no niggas, all right, in the kingdom, you know? And it's going to be done away with. And we ain't going to have to teach. We ain't have to have camp. It's just going to be a righteous standard in the earth, and amongst our people, it's going to be perfection, you know? That's all our people gonna see, is the perfection of the Lord's chosen lineage in the earth, man. You know, because we done failed so many times, we done been through so much, but it was all to perfect, you know, his people, man. It was a chastisement to perfect his people, and Yahushua was just the first one to complete, you know, his perfection, man. You know.
Hey, and that's why all the Israelite camps can't come together. That's why the whole nation can't come together right now, man. You know, the differences in doctrine it can only be one truth. In the kingdom, ain't gonna be no offenses. You know, you ain't gonna have to mark where this brother over here, he teaching you know, this doctrine and that doctrine, but he know he an Israelite. It ain't gonna be none of that in the kingdom, man. You know. But the Lord just showing us that with division, we can never come together. But this not the time for us to come together. It's gonna come in the kingdom to come, man. You know, as you get a lot of these people on the outside, newcomers, you know, they see the different camps teaching different things. Well, that's the way it is right now, because the Lord is everybody's being tested, man, and everybody's being held accountable for, you know, what they teaching, you know. And the Lord, he has an elect. He has a group of men, you know, and that's the house of David. That's the tabernacle of David, man. But you're gonna know the tabernacle of David by the standard of the word, man. You see?
I'll not get that Philippians 1:6.
Are you still on that Samuel?
Yeah, we're gonna go back to it. Yep.
This Philippians 1:6, being confident of this very thing, that he which had begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahushua Mashiach.
Yeah, we'll perform it. All right, and you go into the word perform in the Greek. One of the definition is to perfect, to complete. You see, so he started a work on each and every member of the elect, and he's going to complete it at his coming. You know, Jacob's trouble, that's still going to be us, you know, being worked on, you know, to be perfected. All right, that's why, you know, because the scriptures talk about, during this time of Jacob's trouble, how, we're going to be purified as gold, because to purify gold, it takes intense heat. And Jacob's trouble is going to be that intense heat, that fire that we're going to have to go through. But the scripture talk about how the elect, going to come through, like the tried gold, hey, because the temple was decked out in gold, man. The first temple Solomon built, it was decked out in gold, and what did the temple represent? You brother, what did the temple? What was the purpose? What was the main purpose of the temple? Because when you go into Moses, what was he building the tabernacle? What did he have in the tabernacle? The most important thing that was in that tabernacle,
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant. And what does the Ark of the Covenant represent?
Yahweh Shai.
It represents Yahweh Shai, and then you had the presence of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That was their temple. It was the presence of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. In the midst of his people. You see, that was him in the midst of his people. But see, now the elect men, all right, are the tabernacle, man, and we in the midst of our people, man. I'm gonna get this real quick from the brother Yanar. It's 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you. Yeah. So just as the Spirit dwelt in the tabernacle, when Solomon got through with the first temple, the Spirit of the Lord filled the whole temple. That's what's happening with us. The Spirit of the Lord is filling our whole temple, man. And it's gonna get more and more intense until we perfect, till we complete.
Can I bring this out?
You got it, bro.
I know Salaki too. This Romans 8:11. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead dwelleth in you, he that raised up Hamashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you.
Yep.
Woo!
Yo, man. That quicken and bring us back to life, and it's through the spirit that dwelleth within us, man. Hey, because these people, everything that's attached to them, is within this society. You see, that's why these people, they're gonna be so defeated. The worse and worse it gets, within this society, because they're attached, to this society. See, we have a spirit from a whole nother realm, so we get amped up because we can feel the spirit world getting closer to the earth, man.
Yes,
through the outside and the angels coming back, man. You see,
hey, without the
you got it. Like
I was gonna say, without the spirit, Salaki. I was gonna say, without the spirit, we'll be out here doing any kind of wickedness, man. Just like the rest of our people, they don't know, what they supposed to be doing out here. Jake, think you only live once. Live your best life. Do as thou wilt. All sorts of philosophies Jake live by out here. That's all the flesh. Without that quickening spirit, that's what you are subject to. Vanity, man.
Get that Samuel, and we'll get the last few scriptures. Get this 2 Samuel 7, and we're gonna end on that Colossians, y'all can know. So just hold that Colossians. You get that Samuel 7 and 11, and so I'll get Habakkuk. I want to say Habakkuk.
You got it, Kudah?
No, I have a precept, but it's gonna be after you, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, that's lucky.
Now you go and get your precept, Kudah, because I'm gonna get these last 3 in a row, and that's gonna be it. And you break it down, Tyler.
Okay, come.
I'm gonna get Acts 17 and 24. It says, the Most High that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is the Lord of heaven and earth, dwells not in a temple made with hands. So yeah, that's plain. You got to touch him up.
Yeah. Say he don't dwell in temples made with hands, because ultimately the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, it dwelleth in his elect men. You know, that's how we are known as a nation of kings and priests, man. Okay, because that spirit, you know, which the ultimate portion of it belongs to Yahweh Shah. All right, as you read in what's that is that Deuteronomy? Is that Deuteronomy where it say for Israel is the Lord's portion? You know, it said in more than one verse. It's in Jeremiah too. But yeah, you know, we are the temple, all right, and we are part of Yahweh Shah's body, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Can I get this real quick?
Come.
Luke 17. I'm gonna start 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, neither should they say, lo here or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you.
Right. Meaning who? The elect. You know, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is ultimately what the kingdom is about. That's why I say in the Lord's Prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And also Matthew 5:48, it says, be ye therefore perfect as your Father is in heaven. You know, and that's talking about an understanding, because these bodies won't allow us to get to the ultimate level, you know. But the Lord, he set the standard up high, so we know that we gonna always fall short, but to keep reaching. That's why it says what? A righteous man falleth 7 times, man. If you truly love the Most High, you're not gonna stop fighting, even unto death, man. You know, yep. Because the understanding that we have is that the death is just being asleep, man. You know, we understand that, hey, if we die for righteousness' sake, then the Lord is gonna ultimately give us that crown, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I get that Habakkuk 2 and 9's off, but you go ahead and get that that 1 Samuel 7 and 11.
You want 2 Samuel or 1 Samuel?
I mean 2 Samuel, like, bro.
This 2 Samuel 7 and 11. And since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thy enemies, also the Lord Yahweh telleth thee that he will make thee a house.
Mm-hmm.
And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt keep Slacky, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom.
Yeah, so you read it for value, you just think, you know, Solomon and Solomon being set up, you know, what Solomon was. You know, Solomon did, you know, build, you know, their first temple, you know, and it was splendid. You know, go ahead.
It said 13, he should be a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Now, Solomon's throne wasn't established forever. You know, his kingdom wasn't established forever. So it has to be talking about a later time. You know, what you're going to get in. Keep reading, bro.
Yep. It go with Daniel the 7th chapter too. You know, the everlasting kingdom, dominion.
Yep, he said he will build a house for my name, and this is that house that's being built now.
Yep.
You know, in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. That's why we have names now. You know, because we're building the house for that name. Every video, every lesson opens up and closes with that name, because we're building a house to the name. You know, if you follow us, you know, you follow us through the name of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. You know,
because every house on the planet got a name on it. You know,
yep.
Everybody got a deed, or you know, whether you written, it belonged to somebody. It's got a name on it now.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, that's why John the 17th chapter, he prayed, ultimately he prayed to their Father about the elect, but said make them as one as we are one.
Yep.
See? So,
and
yeah,
it say
man.
he manifested his name.
Yep. That you worship with spirit and truth. Yeah, man.
Yep.
So I'm gonna read 14. Want me to read 14?
Nah, that was it. Get that Habakkuk 2:9, and this is going to explain that it was a latter house that it was speaking of. Go ahead.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Which one that is? The Habakkuk
2 and 9.
It might have been. Hold on, it might have been Haggai. So like it, bro. Yeah, Haggai 2:9. So like it, bro.
All good.
Yep. Hey, because that house that Solomon, is going to build, it's going to even be in the more glorious form in this time. All right, as Yahweh Shai. You see, go ahead.
This is Haggai chapter 2 verse 9. Yep. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former.
Yeah, it said finish it out, like it, bro.
Saith the Lord of hosts, and in this place will I give peace, saith Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai of hosts.
Yeah, so the Lord said that the latter house gonna have more glory than the former. Now, if you know about the first and second temple, the first temple was much more glorious. Why? Because Solomon was the richest king ever, and he was in sovereignty. You see, and then he had heathens, build the temple, and he had Israelites as supervisors. You see, showing that it was a prelude, to how they was going to actually build our physical cities and palaces, But during the time of Solomon, he had access to the best gold, the best wood, the best material, the best brass. He had access to that because he was in power. He was a superpower. All right, Israel was the superpower in the earth, Mm-hmm. But during the time of the Persians, all right, under Xerxes, when we was building, we had to get a loan from the Persians, then we had to build it ourselves. We had the priests, they actually was building, they had the hammer in one hand, the sword on the other to fight off the heathens. You see, we threw, you see, and then 46 years. It only took Solomon 7. Why? Because he had the heathen servants to do. He had much more manpower, So it wasn't talking about the second temple being having more glory than the former. It was talking about this temple, us, and that's gonna be us perfected.
Hey, if I can add, that's why like Revelation 21 chapter, 24 chapter, New Jerusalem come down from heaven.
Yep.
That's it right there. The spiritual temple.
Gone. And then Lord said he's gonna give it peace. Matter of fact, jump back to 2 Samuel 7 and 10. And showing that this talking about in the last days, and these days we coming into the kingdom, the eternal kingdom to come. Go ahead.
Back in 2 Samuel 7 and 10. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more as before time.
Yep. So what time is they speaking of? Because this was before, the Greeks, all right, Hellenized us. This was before, all right, the Romans, tormented us and oppressed us with, tribute. You see, this was before the Atlantic slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade, So what time is this speaking of? It's talking about now. We finna be planted and not move, and the children of the wicked should not afflict them anymore. It's talking about Esau, Edom, you know? So they let you know it was speaking of a time way on down the line, which is the time we in now, man. You know? So, hey, we are that spiritual temple. We that spiritual house, man. You know? It's within us. That's why even Yahushua said the kingdom of heaven is within you. You see?
Yeah,
because we got
slack.
You got.
Not just slack, I just want to say they just proved that little hats, you know, they ain't the chosen people. You know, they ain't the real Israelites. They call themselves Jewish, you know.
What you call them on?
Little hats. Yeah, man.
Well, you gotta be careful.
Hey, they go try to treat me like Nick. Apologize. Tell you sorry. Hell no.
You're gonna cut this live stream short, like he did the last one.
Hey, they probably take the video down, Slug.
No, it's all good. Hey, we gonna make them shut the internet down. Hey, we ready for the next phase anyway, man.
God.
You know? Hey, it gotta happen, man. You know.
Right.
Hey, y'all can know, get that Colossians 3:1, bro.
Okay, this is Colossians 3 verse 1. It says, "If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High."
Yeah, so it said if you be risen with Yahushua. Now I've talked about he gonna rise up the temple. You see? So it said we be risen with Yahushua. So Yahushua is in us and we have been risen. See, now we're risen in Yahushua. We were born, in Yahushua now. You know? That's what the Lord is raising up, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, "Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth."
Yeah, set your affection on things above, man. You know, who else is having these conversations, going into the scriptures and discussing immortality, man? You know, the spiritual third temple, man. This is why our desire is that, man. You know, that's why we going into this is why our desire is, man. Because nothing on this earth is true, man. This system, you know, we dead, just like Yahushua. Also, what the death of Yahushua, hey, he was dead to this world, man. You know, he was completely dead to this world. That's why he wasn't even into women like that. He wasn't trying to get status within the Roman Empire. He had spiritual power. Yahushua could have been home. You know, if that's what he wanted to do, you know. But he was dead to this place, man. It was all about the world to come, his kingdom that was to come. You know, go ahead, bro.
Hey, that's why it's scriptures say in I think it's 2 Corinthians about is not worthy to be compared the things that we go through on this side, because if you don't get eternal life, man, what can you compare that to, man? Immortality, eternal life, the kingdom of heaven. You can't, whatever we go through, it is what it is, because it ain't worthy to be compared. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. It says, verse 3, Colossians 3:3. It says, "For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in the Most High. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory."
You're waiting on. That's why the Spirit was on Apostle, the Elder Apostle Hart to say it's the year of hastening the Lord, man. Because Yahushua coming back with everything, man. Yahushua is coming back with immortality, man. You know, when we see Yahushua and we're part of the elect, that's the beginning of our immortality, man. You see? So why the hell would we worry about a life, our life now that's through, all right, whack as hell, you know, you tired, all right, sleepy, you know, you through, man. We through. You see, you eat one wrong thing that you know, you be through for the month, you know. What's here, man? So this thing is dead, man, because it's so much more that the Lord got for us, man. You know, this place here is gone. So we don't even, you know, we just go day to day, man. You know, looking for that change, man. We haste that change, man. Like you brought out earlier in Romans, hey, preacher groaning, you know, with you know, looking for that change, man. You know, so yeah, man, we that temple and we fighting for that upgrade, man. You know, Esau gonna come with his bootleg upgrade. You know, he gonna have these people in all, you know, and they gonna bite on it. But see, we know what the real is, man. You see, and that's why we being conditioned. We going through the same thing every day. Cause why Esau is conditioning people, you know, to trust his science and his technology and look at him as some type of savior and God. We're being conditioned on the right hand side to look past that and wait for the salvation and that upgrade from on high, man. You know, that's part of the promise. That's part of that new covenant, man. You see? But that was it, y'all brothers got anything?
Yeah, it's getting down, like you always say, y'all. It's just getting down to the nitty gritty. Jake's gonna have to make a choice, like it's saying the book, like it's saying the book of what is that book of Joshua? Choose ye this day, you know, whom you gonna serve, man. Because you got the God of this world and you got the true supreme power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know, working on both sides. It ain't no in between, man. You know. I got one more.
Yeah, you got
also this revelation
on the comment board too.
Yeah, Jakeman.
Lighten it up.
Comment board.
Yeah, man.
Yep. This one from Elder Kazak, Colossians 3:3.
Yep.
Say for
you got it.
It says, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh. You know, that's why our life is, man. That's all is. We already counted the cost, man. You know, everything that you know we have is expendable except for this truth. You know. Y'all brothers have anything?
That's a foul for those that be punishing.
Yeah.
Was that Wisdom of Solomon?
Yeah, 3 and 4. This from GMS, the basics. It said this Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 4. It said, for though they be punished in the sight of man, yet is their hope full of immortality. Yeah, because we finna suffer for believing in Yahweh Shai, like the way Esau setting it up. Because really we being isolated. Because he know, you know, that what we believe in, we not taking a vaccine, you know. Hey, so what he doing, he's finna isolate, you know, the true believers of Yahweh Shai, man. But that's part of the story, you know. So we finna look like we finna suffer, you know. Your neighbor might see you being put out, you know, might see the repo man come get the car, you know, all because of what you believe, you know. And it seems like we suffering for naught, but they don't understand. Because they not hearing this conversation. Like the neighbors don't know what we in the house doing, or what you brothers and sisters on the comment board listening to. These people don't really know. You know, that's why Scripture calls the secret place of the Most High. You know, so when we suffer for Yahweh Shai's sake, they not gonna really understand it. They just gonna see the suffering, but they don't know we have an immortal hope, man. You know, we ready to perish every day. You know, like Paul said, throw me in the dungeon, you know, put me on the island somewhere, you know, whatever you gotta do, you know. But hey, this over, man. You see?
It's over.
Yeah, it's over, man. You know, and the water to you brothers, you know, putting them comments, you know, precepts of
Shalom.
Shalom to all you tuning in.
One real quick, bro.
You gotta bring it out.
You want me to get it at the top of the mark or just going to get it?
Oh, you gonna get it.
All right. This Romans 8:17 it says, and if children then heirs of the Most High and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together.
Yep.
Reckon that the suffering.
You got it.
It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us.
Yep. So, like this suffering, the thing that we finna lost, like, how can you compare? Even if you got a year in the dungeon, you can't compare that to immortality. Being an immortal king, God, king in the earth. It don't even compare. So, yeah, man, we just gonna go through it, man. But we know that change. Like Sam Cooke said, man, the change gonna come. He know exactly what he was singing about, but we know in the spirit, it's been a long time coming, but that change gonna come, man. We finna get back to that glory. All right, Eve through, and Eve is over with, cause Eve, her main thing, she go crazy about the multiple women, but her opinion don't matter no more. See that little power the serpent gave her, it's done. You finna go mayhem in the kingdom. Eve, you crazy, it's going down. Eve try to, still put brothers in the box. It's over. That shit done. It's over. You done had your run. It's over. Everything over. We finna be chained you through. Everybody finna go to work. You see? Yeah, we've been at the bottom this long, but that change finna come, man. So that was the point. I hope you brothers, you few sisters was edified. Once again, we'll give all praise, glory unto Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers, and peace and blessed salutations to the whole elect. To the next time, Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abba.